What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to do some kind of weird token action. So here's the thing. I wanted to try to build tokens in a way that we actually don't ever run out of tokens. Everything that's making tokens, everything that's triggering when it dies to make tokens. So that way all this spot removal or all these sweepers early actually allow us to keep punching through and do the big things we want to do. And I think we're really close to it with this one. So getting into the list, we've got a couple of Crawling Chorus because, again, it dies and it makes a token, right? We have Harried Spearguard, which actually is good that it has haste because we have a couple of things that trigger from when you attack. So even if the board gets swept, you can play one of those, attack, boom, you're back in business, right? Get Lost because we got to have some removal in here. Some Resolute Reinforcements because obviously we can play this after a sweeper. We can play at instant speed, get a little combat trick action. We have a couple of Sheltered by Ghosts. We're not really leaning on these, just a couple other removal spots in here. Am playing a couple of copies of Seer Slicer Goblin, though, because again, we get to attack, we make a token, and that can trigger some things. So we like that. Some Lightning Helix. I think we could probably do without these if we wanted to go heavier on the Sheltered by Ghosts, but we'll see how the games play out first. A couple of copies of Enduring Innocence. Again, getting those triggers to get extra cards. Sanguine Evangelist. Not only does it pump all these tokens we're going to have, it also dies and makes a token. Anima Call, obviously making us a bunch of bodies. War Leader's Call, that really cares about us getting those extra tokens. We can keep triggering them, and just making everything bigger makes everything we do a threat. We are going to have a couple of copies of Mondrak, Glory Dominus, because doubling all of these tokens that we're making from all these cards, obviously good. And we have 3 copies of Dollmaker's Shop here, so should be some good action happening here with this card overall. We are playing 2 copies of Fountain Port in here, but I think we could go down to 1 because I'm not envisioning a lot of scenarios where we're actually going to be using it, but we'll see how things play out. Now, this should be a pretty fun one to play, easy to build if you've built any version of this in the past. So, well, hopefully these games will go great, and then if you want to download it and try it for yourself, there'll be a link that takes you over to Moxfield, a channel sponsor where you could download it, have some fun with it. And as a reminder, if you want to support the channel and you want to save some money, check out our friends over at Tales of Adventure. That's TOAMagic.com. Have a huge selection of cards if you're looking to build anything. And you can save 5% on everything you put in your card over there if you use code DRAGON. It's DRAGN. And that'll help the channel and let you save some money. But alright, let's go see if we can cause some trouble with these tokens. Alright, we get to keep this and hopefully everything works out. I mean, we have Spear Guard, Dollmaker Shop, into Anima Call, maybe, if we get lucky. Wow, they're for real going to cut down this guy? Nope, they thought about it, though. So that kind of does tell us there's a cut down there, so we need to pay attention to that. They have a counter for this, maybe? No. Now you kill the Spear Guard? No, still not. Okay. I'm not sure what's happening right now. Okay, that guy. That sort of makes sense. Now you have a bigger blocker. Because they will have an instant to play here, I'm sure. Do we just try to go to attacks here? I think so. That's probably our best bet. Sure. So then we get a rat. I mean, I'm gonna go and just kill this guy. Like, if they want to waste a counter on this, then cool. Sucks that Arena doesn't want to tap our Fountain Port, though. Let us at least pretend we have a spell post-combat. Come on, Arena. What am I going to do with the colorless mana? Alright, Demonic Pact. That's a card. Alright. Man, I wish we would have got a land there, because I would have probably Resolute Reinforcements killed the Demonic Pact, but is what it is. Yep. Oh, and we got a tap land. Gross. Alright, go to attacks. Sure, cut down. Why not? Want to kill the rat too? Nope. I'm gonna attempt to kill this. Like, what's the other thing that happens here? They get to draw 2 cards. Or we discard 2. Sure. Wish this wasn't tapped, but it was. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I can get rid of this and probably this. I assume they're looking to just give us that card here shortly. We did not find anything good, but the opponent still gives up anyway. Alright. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what this deck does. Other than possibly give us a thing with, like, the bird to try to pass that to us. Because, I mean, I guess what's the best case that would happen? They could have drawn 2, pass it to us, and then we died. They were only going to take 4, 5 here. Yeah, I don't know. I guess they just didn't have anything in hand. We'll keep this. This one's actually kind of nice. This one's, I won't say ideal, but the type of hand you're looking for, right? With a 1-drop, particularly with the Spear Guard, which is real nice. Aww. Well, I guess the good news is I'll be playing stuff during their end step, and then Anima Calls creatures already come in tapped and attacking, so we don't care about that, which is nice. Though, if we were to find a War Leader's Call, that would be super special. But we didn't, so that sucks. Alright, come on, War Leader's Call, because that's how we can offset this. Now they're just going to play land and... Oh, I thought it was going to be a split up, potentially. It was not. It was not a split up. Alright. How does this die? If it's a 4 toughness. I guess there's a thing that, like, kills attackers or whatever. Target tapped creature. I don't know. I'm going to do this. See if we can put the opponent in the blender a little bit. If we play either of these and they sweep the board, you know what? Let's try it. Like, we'll end up getting 3 creatures, but then they'll also gain 3 life. So it's going to be a little weird scenario, but there are some things that'd be good to trigger. So why not? Oh, it's temporary lockdown. That's like the worst possible option for us. Who's even playing temporary lockdown anymore? I say that I actually play temporary lockdown, so. But they did get rid of their own thing, which was nice. That was letting them gain, like, now a Sunfall. No, not a Sunfall. Whoa. I truly thought that was going to be a Sunfall. 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you're letting us go to attack step, we're going to get 4 1/1s here, right? I guess they just bounce all the attackers with Aetherize. No, a Horned Lock Whale. Yeah, sure. And then... Alright. I mean, I was like waiting for something else to happen, but there was nothing else. Fair enough. That's crazy. Okay, we'll keep this. So I'm going to do this just so we can keep pressure up, see if maybe we can get the opponent to dedicate some type of removal or something before we get in deep. Okay, we got that land. That actually helps a little bit here. So we start with 2 tokens at a minimum, which is nice. Or 2 creatures, I should say. Not necessarily tokens. Dread Knight. All right, so we gotta kind of get to cook a little bit here. I'm into it. Let's go. The train is moving down the tracks very quickly here. And see, this is what we like, because if they do have something that gives like all of our creatures -2/-2, great. We still have 2 tokens, you know? Yeah, nowhere to run. You got it. Token incoming. This is just pressure on pressure. We ain't stopping. They're just going to keep on trucking. And then now we're really set up, because even if stuff dies, we get to still attack with 2 tokens, make another one, make one from the goblin. Oh, Sheltered by Ghosts. This is going to be fun. All right. Let's go here. Let's attack with this. Actually, if we attack with all of it, does the opponent just die? Block 2 and take... Yeah. What am I doing? I should have actually just used Sheltered by Ghost there pre-combat. Didn't matter, though. I forgot about the +1 from the Sanguine Evangelist for a second, so it was kind of silly. But yeah, even if they block the 2 biggest things, they're taking 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and they're at 3. Plus we have creature lands to attack with and stuff. So yeah, we're pretty good after that. Oh man, so many red cards and no red mana. We got a mulligan. All right, you know, this is at least serviceable. So we're going to keep this. And... if we get a red land, we could still cast this. If we get a red land, I'm going to try to get more cards in hand. I think that's the way we're going to go here. The plan, if things work, would be to play Dollmaker Shop on 2. Oh boy, this could be a disaster. And then, hopefully, play the Enduring Innocence, still be able to get another card. But, we'll see. Oh, they're exiling our dude. No! Well, that's unfortunate. Alright. Well, I guess we're just going to go attacking. In the turn. I think we're just going to try to get 2 tokens in from the reinforcements here. You got it. So that changes up our play a little bit. We're going to be more inclined to play a Sanguine Evangelist here next turn. Is this some type of, like, Caretaker's Talent Naya pile? Because that's what this feels like. But we'll see. Well, we won't see too much because we're not drawing any land, so tough. Wow, okay, we at least found a 3rd land, so that's something. That doesn't help our case right now. It's not what we're looking for. I mean, maybe somehow we can still get there. We'll see. But it's not looking good. I mean, maybe there's somehow we stick like War Leader's Call or something. But they're leaving mana open, so obviously they have some type of removal or things to do here. Alright, go attacking. I feel like I have to assume there's a Sunfall or something here, right? But if so, like, would they just take the damage here? Kind of making me a tough decision on if I want to play Evangelist or... Oh, okay, well, that's fine. Or, Enduring Innocence here. You're going to get rid of that, too? Oh, my gosh. If I'd have known all that was going to happen, I would have just played the Enduring Innocence. Pre-combat, even. Alright. Well, the fact that they use 2 removals makes me feel like there's not a sweeper here. Doubling season. Well, that's exciting. So that thing's going to get big real fast. Let's kill... Oh, wait. Actually, opponent's at 9. 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. 9? I'm going to take it. There's a chance, if we get an untapped red land, we could possibly win. Okay. Can we put a counter here? Oh, deck, don't do me like this. Man, come on. Come on. Please. Okay, there we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. Somehow we still scratched and clawed our way to a win with this mess. Oh my god. That was about to be a disaster if we missed. Okay, let's try to make this work. I don't hate this in the sense that, like, even if the goblin dies, then we can just roll into Evangelist and then try to do stuff from there. And that's actually still okay. Alright, because I'm going to assume this dies, because that would make sense. Well, at least it didn't die to a cut down. It might die to something else. But not cut down on this day. Usually they're inclined to kill it, though, so they're not getting the raid trigger. But then that means one of these is going to live. So, like, yep, that makes sense. So now we go with Sanguine Evangelist here. So we still have something to sacrifice, even if Liliana shows up. This is why you want all the multiple token makers for situations like this, with all the spot removal and whatever in these tempo decks. So Evangelist dead. No, Spyglass Siren. Well, that blocks very well. And they're going to leave some mana open here. Seems like it. Whew. So now there's a decision, is what do we value more? Anima Call or War Leader's Call? I'm going to go with War Leader's Call. This will probably get a counter if they have it. Otherwise, we're probably going to see the... Yeah, exactly. The Drowner here. So then I'm just going to leave this up. And then that way, if they play the thing where they get to deal damage, draw cards, we get some options here on what we want to do. Which we don't hate if they have that, to be honest. Like, they'll get a card here off of a Flood Pit's Drowner. Yeah, that's exactly what they have. Yeah, we just let them play it. Oh, they don't have it. What? Oh, I thought they were going to. I swear I thought they were going to play the Owls, man. Oh, I thought we had the setup. Because then they would have been tapped out. And we could have went nuts. They were just looking to get rid of a creature. Wow. Who knew? Who knew? Well, I mean, I guess we go for it. I mean, there's got to be another removal spell there, though, which is unfortunate. But, I mean, if it is, it is. Yep, that's fair. Like I said, we knew something had to be there. That whole thing just played very weirdly. Alright, that's tapped. Another Spyglass Siren. Sure. And nothing? Alright, let's see what else you got here then. Okay. Maybe it's more Flood Pit's Drowners? Alright, well, go attacking, I guess. I mean, if they flash something in, they flash something in. I mean, it's whatever. Like, yeah, what am I going to do about it? Fey Bloom Tricks. Alright, cool. Tap the flyer, so now you get max cards next turn is the plan, I suppose. Sure. Yeah, they're going to be going for maximum cards. Alright, so we're going to need to find some type of finisher / winner as best we can. I mean, we're going to take 4 + 1 from our own land. Yeah, exactly. Time for them to draw their cards. And that's fine. Like I said, we're not surprised, because we knew this was coming, so that's okay. I mean, our goal is just deal as much damage as we can here, under the circumstances. They can still play a land here, and do a couple of other things. Which could be a Drowner. Or flash in the 2/1 fairy, or whatever. So there's still options. Oh, and all we did was draw lands. I think it's worth it to sacrifice this guy. I mean, they probably have a counter or whatever, but, like, we got to find something or we just can't win. Another Evangelist is probably the ideal card. Oh, really? Well, now we can't win. Like, there's no way we're winning from here like this. Like, attacking only net. Yeah, I'm just scooping. We're not going to win that. Oh, that's terrible. All right, let's keep it. Oh, I've seen this deck. This is like the bounce a thing, replayer, Storm Chaser's talent, like all that stuff going on there. All right, I don't know if we can, what we do against that deck. We'll see though. Yep, Hex Mage makes sense. Put it on your 1/1 because it doesn't matter. Pass the turn. Take our damages. I mean, the thing about this matchup is, like, it's kind of nothing happens till everything happens for the most part. And we're just trying to play around whatever removal they actually have. Which looks like not much at the moment, which is interesting. So let's go with this. And I don't even know if we need to attack there. I think we'll just wait. And next turn we get a couple of options because we get either Dollmaker Shop, Goblin, or Get Lost. Some combination of the three. If they don't actually have removal and other things happening here. Yeah, this is kind of okay. They do get to gain life, which is annoying. We know what they're getting rid of, so that's not a surprise. And another Hex Mage. Alright, sure. Put it on the other Knucklehead. Because it just replaces the other one. Yeah, fair. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take 4 here. So, this gets kind of curious. Because we can play either of these. Get rid of this. I think I want to... Well, let's start here first. Let's just get rid of this. Like, they can keep the other stuff. I don't really care. Alright. And then... I don't want to put that out there too soon, though. I think I'm going to do this since I know I get a token this turn. No matter what. Because we can attack with the flyer. Alright. I wonder if we're able to hang with this deck. Because, like, we can go as wide as they can here, ultimately. And we have enough chump blockers that it just doesn't matter if their creatures are coming through. So, yeah, we're probably in pretty good shape. Especially if we get an untap land. Because then we just get Anima Call plus Dollmaker Shop. And yeah, alright. You have a Kaito, I guess. It's like Kaito's there, but we have a billion things to block with, so whatever. Yeah, you can have one of these free goblins. That's cute, I guess. If we do this, we at least get to start getting cards, so we can kind of hang with the opponent here. Ooh, okay. Alright. I'm down with that. And this is ninjutsu, huh? This is if you play a prowess is just non-creature, right? Alright. So let me think about this. How do we feel about it? We're at 11. What's the worst that happens? We obviously want to block here. We obviously want to throw one of these in front of this. We block this big guy. And then... Actually, if we just block, they don't really get anything here. It's like, yeah. And we know it's in their hand. We don't need this to make a token under the circumstances. Like... And then they're left with just one dude. And we know we can kill the dude. because we have the Lightning Helix already. It's like, yeah, Kaito doesn't really do much here.
The housewarming party has arrived.
Yep, congrats. You did the thing.
Take a break, will
Yep,
ya?
that'll work. Yeah, I think that's the issue here, because typical decks don't go as wide as we're able to, so the tokens are coming through dealing incremental damage, but here, we had so many things we could even trade in different scenarios, and now we were just set up to just start doing whatever we wanted from here, and things go nuts. So, yeah, no complaints. That worked out pretty well. Against a really popular deck right now. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we kind of got to keep this, right? I mean, Spear Guard into 2 blockers and hope that gets the job done. I'm not going to attack here. I don't think us getting 1 damage matters that much, and we'll see if they have something to trample here or not. Oh, I get to give a thing double strike. That's so sad for us. I guess I need a Lightning Helix. That's what we need a top deck here. I mean, I say that. Lightning Helix or Sheltered by Ghosts would... But nah, the Lightning Helix. Yeah. I'm just going to go for Helix here. And leave, well, Helix and Ghost would have both been reasonable options. But we got neither, so it didn't matter. Tried to give ourselves the maximum options there. Now we're just on chump block duty. And now they had double white, which means there's a good chance Get Lost isn't going to work, and we're just going to be sad. Yeah, you got it. Still have the same cards effectively live here. Do we just target this and just say go for it? Like, if you have it, you have it. Alright, they didn't have it, so that's good news. Could have been worse. Are we just blocking here? Yeah, I mean, I guess so. But I feel like now I sort of priced ourselves into playing Anima Call if we don't get, like, Sheltered by Ghosts. Well, now we know that that exists. So that's unfortunate. Oh, boy. That sucks. Yeah, this just did not work out the way we wanted to. Alright. I mean, we get to block, hopefully gain a couple of points of life, and then get some combination of things that's good next turn, but we'll see. Feather Flight, that's annoying. And now we know Sheltered by Ghosts isn't even going to work. Unless they just tap out here, but I doubt they're going to. Yep, no need for them to, honestly. I wouldn't. Yep, we're going to block. It doesn't have trample, though. So, I mean, if we can even get an Evangelist, we get a chump blocker in the air. And that's still relevant. Yeah, again, sadly, we have the Sheltered by Ghost, but we know it does nothing here. So, that's a little disappointing. Wondering, though, if we just have to make them use it somehow. Because it doesn't counter this. We'll still get 2 life off of it. It just means we don't get to remove the thing we want to remove. So, yeah, I think we still do it. Just reluctantly. But it's really just trading, because it also gets a +1, which means they're going to deal 2 extra damage next turn. It's a whole thing. Is this till end of turn until end of the next turn? Okay. Then I'm going to target this. Since I can at least block that next turn. Instead of having the 1/1 end up on the flyer. Alright, they lose their Sheltered by Ghosts. So that's good. And then we attack in the turn. Alright, so that worked out about as well as we could, I think. I mean, there's a chance we're still just dead, but I feel like we gave ourselves the best shot. Now, if they have rage or something, the game's just over. No, that's pretty close. Yep, so that's already 10. So any pump spell here. I mean, I guess they could put a counter and we're at 1. But then now it tramples. So we'd be dead next turn anyway. Unless we find another Shelter by Ghost. But now they have a Shelter by Ghost. So, like, it doesn't even matter. Yeah, this is a rough go. We've been able to hang with the mono red decks pretty well so far. But opponent got a good draw here. And we drew no real pressure, unfortunately. Yeah, another land isn't going to help us here. Alright, we're at 1. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Yeah, we had a shot. Didn't pull it off. Okay, let's keep it. Let's see what we can do with this. Against old Eldritch Eddie. Ah, where were you, Crawling Chorus? I would have loved to have had you last turn. My opponent says Manifold Mouse is their answer. I mean, sure. Though, I am a little curious. I'm not sure what I want to play here. Because, like, we're not... I think I'm just going to do this. And this feels kind of stupid, but... Pass the turn. Leave up the get loss. Maybe we can do some type of triple block. Entice the opponent to use, like, a rage or something. And then go from there. Obviously would have loved to have had a Lightning Helix or some such here. Alright, Shock. He gone. You got it. Old double striking mouse. Not even blocking. You do what you're going to do. Wow, do they actually have nothing, nothing? Really? Alright. Guess I didn't need to take the damage, but I for real thought they had something there. Get our damage in. Alright, well, how the turntables, I guess. Against mono red. Screaming Nemesis. You got it, bud. No blocks. Wow, you are no help. Alright, well, let's just hope we don't die this turn, right? If not, we win next turn, I guess. I mean, red can kill you from 15 with a fistful of cards. Why not kill the Evangelist? That's what's going to kill you, not that guy. I mean, the way they play that, I assume there's going to be another, like, 2 damage spell at the Evangelist here. That's just game. Right? If we get to go to the attack step. Going to the attack step. I don't... Okay. Sure. Yeah, like, why would you kill this? Eddie, what were you doing? It's too late to kill it now, Eddie. Oh, they had Witch Talker Frenzy. Well, they didn't have a choice. Fair enough. Admittedly, because we top decked the Spear Guard, we still would have got through with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because killing it would have just resulted in a bat. Actually, no, they would have been at 1. Because then they could have used this on something. Yeah. I feel like ultimately we probably still would have won that, even if they would have done it correctly. So, as much as giving Eddie a hard time, the way things played out, it probably didn't matter. If we get our 1 mana creature, this hand gets good. If not, we're probably playing from behind. Ooh, well, we do have a Sheltered by Ghost, which is somewhat useful in this matchup. Assuming it's like the blue-white, fill your graveyard, Reanimator type thing. Nope, this looks to be mono-blue of some variety. Interesting. Alright. End the turn? Big Luck Prankster. Let's go ahead and get this down while we can. Oh, it is that. They just didn't have the cards we expected in the graveyard. Soul Partition's alright here. I was about to say, I'm assuming they have white mana somewhere. Now, this gets interesting because if they have another land, they could Soul Partition this, and then we could replay it, and then they get the Haughty Djinn. So, man, I wish we would have been on the play in this matchup. Things would have been significantly different. But we're not, so things are what they are. So this is going to get interesting, because like I said, they have a land, they can reinforcement, you know, with the Soul Partition, get back their Haughty Djinn, which we're okay with. And then we're probably just going to play double Goblin. Ooh, that's actually kind of nice. So yeah, let's just go Goblin Goblin, because that results in more bodies here. So they block, but we're +2. And then that unlocks the possibility of things to do with these other cards next turn. Along with other options, right? Like we could get Dollmaker Shop, you know, whatever. Get Lost, like all kinds of other things. Honestly, I'd argue Dollmaker Shop might be ideal, because then we'd be able to play that alongside one of these. Alright, you have 2 Haughty Djinns. That sucks for us. We could die next turn. Actually, there's a good chance we're dead next turn. All things considered. So we go here? It's always tough when we don't stick any of our big cards, but things kind of are what they are. Gonna make us pay for this one? Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, well, we're just dead. I mean, there's no way they don't have a spell. I mean, like... Yep. And we only got 1 removal card this game, which didn't help our cause. Yeah, best we could have done is got them down to... like 8. So yeah, any one spell, we just die. There you go. That's it. Ugh, let's... I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. I almost mulligan, but... we'll see. Oh, boy. Never want to see that. That just means we're in for either a long game or some combo-y type game. Which, neither of those really favor us that much. Alright, so we take 2. Pass the turn. I'm trying to think, like, what we want this to look like. Like, should I be trying to kill the Quest Caller here? Then play Evangelist? Like, I'm not totally sure. They get to Scry. I guess Scrying is fine. Alright, whatever it is, I left it on top. I think I'm just going to do this. Just to buy ourselves some time here. Get minimal damage. Turns out this might just be mono-white rabbits. Mono-white rabbit tokens. Oh, you know what? It could also be the 3-mana banner on top. I could see that being a thing. Well, we're about to see what it is. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Okay. So we have at least a little information to work with here. So this is good. Now we know their stuff's going to get bigger. Question is, can we effectively race what they're going to be trying to do? Because if they have the 5-cost banner next turn, that could be unfortunate. But they also only have 2 creatures. Right? And that's kind of real. So... I'm going to go here. I don't know what else they could have, but, I mean, if you have something, you got me. Maybe use a Get Lost on our Evangelist? No. Okay. I mean, it was a possibility. It could have been anything, but... okay, this might help. This might help. So I'm going to go here. Is this where we're going to see a Get Lost? I'm going to attempt to attack. Alright, they're going to make a 2-2. Alright, I'm going to assume they have something to get rid of our Animpakal. It's either something to get rid of Animpakal or something that pumps their team. And then next turn we have Animpakal plus our own reinforcements. But like I said, this could be the 5-mana banner here. And then everything's +2. Nope, it's a laydown arm. So it was something to get rid of it. Fair enough. We're not hurting too bad just yet. So let's just take 2. And they're down to 1 card, but they can also make their sanctuaries live over the next 2 turns. So let's keep that in mind. Season of the Burrow made a pile of dudes. That is important. I think I'm going to attack with this. So turn Animpakal into at least a 2-3. So we have that going for us. In the turn, I have a couple of chump blockers. Don't think it's enough, but we have them. Yeah, I was going to say, activate at least 1 sanctuary. We knew that was coming. So what is our ideal situation here? Well, see, that's what we were afraid to see. That was the concern. So now I think this is kind of all we can do. Still take 8. Yeah, we didn't draw anything to go with it, unfortunately. Alright, well, opponent wins. Yeah, let's keep this. Alright. This is where you're just like, play a tapped land, please. Oh, no. They've got cut downs open. Oh, duress. Maybe it's not a cut down. That's good, though, because we lost 1 Dollmaker shop. We also now have information that they don't have in the fact that we have an Animpakal. Alright. This could turn into a little bit of something. No bat, please. Oh, yeah. Sure, we'll take that. Definitely don't hate that. Didn't look like they had another cut down, so I'm going to do this. And just get more bodies attacking. So if there's a removal, it's definitely coming for Animpakal right here. You got it. Sheltered by Ghost. You'll be good for later. Get in there, folks. Alright. Evangelist has to die here now. Well, that's cute. We don't even care about that, dude. And then we get in there with this guy, and that's way more than enough. Easy peasy against mono black. Gotta love those. No, man. Okay, we can't throw this back. It's not bad enough to throw back. We're just gonna play Goblin. See what happens. I don't know. Oh, where were you? Oh, if we could have turned 1 chorus into the Goblin, it'd have been so good. How? How did we end up like this? Oh my gosh. That had so much potential. Alright, what do we get rid of here? I don't even know what we're supposed to do. Sorry, y'all, I need a second here. Like, we could attack and trade. That's reasonable. Alright, I'm going to do this and just see how the opponent feels about it. Like, do you want to give us one of those cards? Like, I'm good with them giving us either one, honestly, in the trade. Okay, they didn't want to. That's what I thought. I at least had to test it, though. Because my theory was, if we trade for either one of these, the Mentor goes back to being a 1-1, and then they don't get counters when we start targeting things. So it's like, all of it was fine. And now if they attack, we at least have blockers. Oh, I didn't think they were going to play an Evangelist there. That's kind of busted. All right. A little bit unfortunate. All right, so now we at least have some plans. Let's go ahead and target this. Sure. Not upset at that. And then we go ahead and target this, because we don't care if this dies. And we'll get rid of probably... Do I care that they have a 3-2 is the question. But if they get rid of this, though, let's just take this, because this is less threatening overall. And we'll just attack with this goblin. Mostly because, like, even if they block, the result is we're plus a body, so sure. They probably have their own Sheltered by Ghosts here. Oh, Warren War Leader. That's legit, actually. That's a lot of damage on their side. Alright. Not terrible. Same thing. Attack. Get 2 bodies. Excellent. Got an untapped land. Fabulous. End the turn. So now we also get a chance to get a card on their turn. And then maybe we draw an untapped land, and then that's game. Because all of our creatures are a million power or whatever. Hop to it. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a lot. Not gonna lie, mildly concerning if we don't get our land. But if we do, not the end of the world. Resolve. They also have a lot of blockers right now, too. That's the other thing. Let's go ahead and play this. Now that they've chosen to make a body already. And see what we get. So we have all of our information before making blocks. Alright, we didn't get our untapped land. So that is a small concern here. They're only leaving themselves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. Nothing tramples or anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 would get through. And that would kill them. I'm just going to chump block this. And... do I want to kill a 2-1? Or 2-2, I mean? I guess... like, I mean, I guess a War Leader's Call is kind of legit, too. Because then that makes it hard for them to block effectively. So, I mean, we have some other outs, I guess. Even if we don't get the untapped land. Alright, so that's something. Alright, and we get a card. Which is now the land that we wanted. Okay. So we have to keep that in mind now. Let's... if we're going to attack, attack with the Goblin. And we can give up, like, 1 of these, 2 of these. We have to attack with at least 2, otherwise I just jump block 1 with the 2-3. I think we just attack with the Goblin, actually. Because if we block, we get another card on their turn. And a damage out of that. So, like, yeah, we're just attacking with the Goblin. I don't believe anything is going to be lethal here from their side. So we should be okay. And I think they would have to nearly all-out attack for this to be bad. Oh, that's even better. Yeah, if they're doing that, then we're solid. The only thing they can do now is find... oh, no, because they'd have to find an answer for Porcelain Gallery, which they don't have. Not in creature form. Yeah, those don't do anything to us. They are completely irrelevant. So yeah, we're just probably blocking with 1 of the toys and the Spear Guard, and I think we're good. Yeah, that's not going to scare us. And we just go big here. Everybody in. Alright, that works. All right, well, as that played out, I think I'd not even really want Mondrax. They didn't do anything most of the time when I got them, and if we had to discard or whatever, they were often the first choice. So I think the final version, I'm going to play another Sheltered by Ghost for sure, and maybe even another Crawling Chorus, because so many games change if we have that turn 1 attacker. And then I'm going to actually also change the mana slightly so we can get another untapped land in there early. But yeah, I think that's going to be the better way to go with this. But yeah, I will say you're going to struggle with the graveyard decks. I think that's going to be a weakness for this. And a couple of the mid-rangey decks. But overall, this is a fairly resilient deck, and you have to play very carefully with it. So I recommend playing a couple of games in the play queue before you take it onto the ladder, because there's a lot of sequencing decisions that can actually make or break you. But otherwise, it's a lot of fun. But I will say, if you want to play some dragons, check out this Gruul deck we played yesterday. It's a hell of a lot of fun, too. But it's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.